let us start our science class. Yes, in previous class we started a new chapter. What is the heading of that chapter? Is how do organisms reproduce? Now we discussed about that, some of the points, and we come to know that what is the definition for reproduction. Just remind student, what is the definition for reproduction? Yes, if you are saying simply, in simple form we can say it is giving a birth to a new young one or else new offspring, or else it is giving birth to a other organisms or else other individuals. Yeah. Now we come to know that there are two types of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. What is the difference between these two? Yes, sexual reproduction means there is a presence of two parents. So two organisms are going to involve for the reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction? Here a single organism it is responsible for the reproduction or is reproducing the young one. That is a single organism itself, it is changing in its body or else any changes or else any divisions in its body, and finally it is going to give a number of organisms. Yes. Now one more question I will say, student. Now tell me, what is the importance of reproduction? We come to know that in last class reproduction is very important, but it is not vital what a life process like our circulation or else digestion, that is a nutrition or else excretion like that, but without that we can survive. But it is very important because for the existence of the species or else survival of the life or else existence of the life on earth. We come to know that some of the species or else some of the organism they are endangered, or else we are saying that is extinct species, because they are not they didn't get the suitable condition for their reproduction, so they are not reproduced or else they didn't get the suitable condition. So what happened? Finally they became endangered. Yes. Yeah, we discussed about that in last class. We come to know different species are going to endangered now, extinct now. Yes, because finally in last class we come to know that reproduction is very important because of the survival of a life or else existence of the life on earth or else existence of the species. Yes. Now tell me, students, human beings belongs to which type of reproduction, whether it is asexual or sexual? Yes, because sexual reproduction we are undergoing sexual reproduction. There should be a mother and father or else the parent, two parents. Yes. Now whether we got the answer for this our heading, how do organisms reproduce? Whether you got the answer? Yes. Search answer for this one, the heading itself, how do organisms reproduce? So we will study more about that in today's class. Okay. In last class we have discussed some of the asexual types of reproduction. In that we come to know that the fission is one type. In that there are two types of fission, that is binary fission and multiple fission. By taking example we have studied. Just recall what is the difference between binary and multiple fission. Yes. Next one we come to know that the fragmentation, example is Spirogyra. Any other examples can you get? Yes, search for more and more examples. Upon that one more type, third type is budding, example is Hydra. We come to know how the bud is forming and how the new organism it is going to detach from the when the development is completed, that offspring or as a new Hydra it is going to detach from the mother's body. Yes. Next type which one? Regeneration. In that we studied about the planaria. Upon that Hydra, here what happened? The part of the body it is going to cut. If it is one planaria, it is going to cut into a number of pieces. What happened horizontally? If it is cutting means like this planaria, it is going to cut horizontally means what will happen? Yes, other parts will join to that one, and there is a formation of development of new organisms. From one planaria we will get 3 planaria like that, 3 or more planarias. Okay. So, next one, that is the 5th one, spore formation. So, write down the heading. In asexual reproduction it is, we are discussing about the asexual reproduction. In that 4th point we have studied in last class, this is the 5th one here, that is spore formation. Write down the heading. 5th one is spore formation. Now, we will see what happens in this. This is also a type of asexual reproduction. Now, we will take one simple example and we will study. See, in fungi or else fungus, can you give an example for fungus? Yes, any example. If it is a bread mold, if it is a penicillium, or else if it is aspergillus, or else if it is in agaricus mushrooms. Okay, same method is going to happen. That is the spore formation method of reproduction here. This is the asexual types of reproduction. Now, we will take one example, Rhizopus. That is a bread mold. Or else we can take mucor or anything, any fungus you can take. So, one example I will take here. Anything you can write for your exam. Okay, we will see in Rhizopus. Example it is, example I will write here, example Rhizopus. Okay, in Rhizopus, what it is happens in Rhizopus? Have you seen any diagrams? Do you know how it will be Rhizopus? See here, I will draw one simple structure. There will be a root like other plants. See, root will there. Upon that, here like this structure we can see in Rhizopus. Okay, this is the structure of Rhizopus. Okay, now what is this? See, this is called as sporangium. Yes, P-O-R-A-N-G-I-U-M. Write down sporangium. Okay, sporangium. This part is called as sporangium. So, actually that is a part of the part of this Rhizopus. Now, when this Rhizopus is getting suitable condition, that is a favorable condition, it will grow nicely. Yes, yes. Like other organism, when it is getting moisture, it is loving moisture. So, it is very suitable condition for these Rhizopus is moisture. You can observe the Rhizopus or else bread mold in bread when it is getting the moisture. Okay, moisture loving it is. So, what happens when it is adult or else matured Rhizopus, it is going to give spore. What is that? Spore. See student, in sporangium it is going to produce spore. Spore means when it is matured Rhizopus, it is going to produce, see, this wall will rupture and there is a formation of small spores. In Kannada we are saying bijaka. It is not bija, bijaka. Bijaka means that is the spores. This is called as spore. Now, this is a sporangium. Okay, when the sporangium or as Rhizopus is matured, it is going to give spore. So, it indicates that it is ready for the reproduction. Okay, it is ready for the reproduction. Now, these Rhizopus is ready for the reproduction. So, what happened? These spores will fall down. Okay, because of the wind or else due to the rain. Okay, finally it reaches to the soil. So, what happened after 2 days or few days, it is going to develop as a new Rhizopus over there. Come to know, see, this is a type of asexual reproduction called spore formation in fungus. We can see the same methods in our mushrooms, agaricus, okay, and aspergillus, mucor, all those things. Okay, same thing, there is a formation of spores. When it is getting the suitable or else favorable condition, there is a formation of spore and finally it develop as a new individual or as new organism. Come to know now? Yes, this is all about the spore formation. Next we will see next type of asexual reproduction, that is vegetative propagation. That is the sixth one, vegetative propagation. We will see what happens in this. Actually, vegetative propagation we can see in plants. Okay, right on that point we can see this more in plants. Okay, not in fungus, not in any bacteria, protozoa, we can see this in plants. Here what happens in this? See, a part of a plant body, any part it is, if it is a stem, if it is a root, if it is a leaf or anything, but not in case of flower. Because we know that flower, if any a plant it is going to give flower means it means that is a sexual reproduction. So, we are not saying that one. Other than flower, all other parts, other than seed, all other parts are undergoing vegetative propagation. If any parts of the plant body is developed into new organism. Now, surprise, wondering how any part of the plant body, whether it is going to develop into new plants. Just think of, students, we can see more example for this. I will ask one question, how you are going to plant a rose plant in your house? If you have any rose plant, you want to you want one more plant, means how you are going to develop that one? Yes, what you are doing? You are taking which one, any nice branch you will select and just you are going to cut and you are going to plant over there. What will happen after some time? It's became a new plant. Same as that, vegetative propagation means nothing but any part of the body, part of the plant body, it is going to develop into new organisms or as new plant. Come to know here, which part? Parts of the plant body, parts of the plant. So, part of the plant it is going to develop into new. Now, we will see what are the types of this vegetative propagation. Yes, there are two types mainly. First one is natural vegetative propagation, second one is artificial vegetative propagation. The name itself indicate what it means. Now, tell me, student, what is natural vegetative propagation? We come to know that what is vegetative propagation. Yes, now tell me, what is natural vegetative propagation means? Is naturally occurring. It is a process, naturally it is occurring. So, artificial means man-made vegetative propagation. Natural means due to the natural tendency it is going to happen because of the rain or else wind or else shine or anything. Okay, because of that the vegetative propagation is going to occur. Artificial means we are interfering over there. How? We are the human beings, what we are doing? We are cutting the plant and we are going to plant over there. So, that is an example for artificial vegetative propagation. Yes. Now, we will discuss one by one. Okay, first we will discuss about the artificial vegetative propagation. Yes, there are mainly three types of artificial vegetative propagation. They are cutting, layering and grafting. Write down. First one is cutting. What it means, cutting? Yes, we have, as we said, just we are going to plant a rose plant, means how we are planting rose. If you have one plant, we are cutting and we are planting. That is a simple cutting method. Okay, cutting method, that is the artificial method of vegetative propagation. Can you give example for this cutting method? Jasmine plant, any other? Money plant if you have, any plants. Okay, most plants are, we can take examples as artificial vegetative. Upon that is a cutting method. Second one is layering. Layering, what it means layering? Do you know what is layering method of vegetative propagation? Here what we are doing? see, I will say, take one simple example. Now I have one jasmine plant in my house. What I am going to do, if I want one more plant, when just I will bend one part of that plant body and I will draw and show student how it is. See here, I have one jasmine plant. Only one I have. I want one more jasmine plant. So simply there are number of branches like this we can see. Say one branch, just I am going to put soil over here. This is a branch actually. I am going to put soil over there. Now after few days, just I will bend like this and I am going to put soil over there. I will cover simply. Alright, so or else we can tie some soil to that one. Okay, any methods we can follow, but it should be a layering method. See here, after some days, if you are going to see, there is a formation of root. Okay, see, this is a method of layering. So it became one more individual plant. If you want, you can cut like this. You can separate from the parent plant. Okay, this is a layering method of artificial vegetative propagation. So next one, third method is, can you give more example to this? Yes, we can do in money plant. Yes, refer more and more example for this one, artificial layering method of vegetative propagation. Okay, next third one is grafting method. Grafting, how it is grafting? Have you seen any grafted plants? Yes, we can see, we can get nowadays more and more grafted plants. Yes, if you are if you are buying any mango plant from the market, how it will be, how it is? Yes, we can see they are tying. See, I will draw and show student. See here, they will take one part they will take from one plant and they will tie one more plant part. See, one more stem to this one. We can see here some bandage like plaster or anything, okay, or else plastic. They are just tying over there to join these two. Actually, this is from one plant and this is from another plant. Come to know, this is a plant A and this is a plant B, different plant it is. So they are joining these two parts together and they are cultivating this one. Finally, what we are getting? We are getting single tree or a single plant with two characters, two different varieties of fruits. Mostly they are doing for these fruits, any fruits, if it is strawberry, mango, jackfruit or anything. Okay, mostly they are preferring fruit as a grafting artificial vegetative propagation methods. Okay, now we will see this is a one mango tree, one mango part it is, or as mango branch it is. This is a one more. See, this plant is giving number, this part actually they have taken this plant apart from the big tree or anything, but it is giving number of fruit. So which character it has? Number of fruit. It is going to give number of fruits, more number. Number is more, or else number of fruits we are getting, but it is very small it is. To overcome that one, to avoid that small size, they are tying here, they are preferring one more plant. This is giving less number of fruits, but the size of the fruit is very large, big fruit they are giving, mango it may be. Okay, this is what it is, large size. So two different character. Finally, what will get sometimes? See here, finally this total plant, it is going to give number of fruit plus big it is. Size is more, large size. So see what is the benefit of doing this drafting method? Yeah, we can get both the character in a single plant. So grafting method is very all are choosing this method because of these methods are having some of the benefits like this. Okay, but here in layering method we are getting the same as that parent plants. How much fruit it is giving or else how much flower it is giving, same character it is going to carry. Inherited character itself it is going to carry, but here it is changing its character. because of the different parts of the body. Okay, so we come to know now these are the three methods of artificial vegetative propagation. Now tell me student, now we will discuss about the natural vegetative propagation. What will happen, how it is going to develop into new naturally? Yes, sometimes because of the root, because of the leaf, if you are taking bryophyllum. Do you know what is bryophyllum? Kaadu basale. They are saying kaadu basale in Kannada. So bryophyllum leaf. Have you seen that bryophyllum leaf? How it is? See, like this, elongated. We can see like this. See, this is a bryophyllum leaf. Here, this bryophyllum leaf itself, it is going to give. See, there is a formation or a development of new plants at the margin of the plant, not here and here, at the margin of the plant. This is a margin of the plant. So, this margin, it is if it is getting the suitable condition. When I was in high school, I used to collect these bryophyllum and I used to keep in my notebook. After some time, it is, we can see there is a development of small young or as the young bryophyllum we can see. Okay, nowadays if you are getting bryophyllum leaf, just try like that, you can see that observation. Okay, that is a by leaf vegetative propagation. It may be natural or else artificial. Any man, he is going to pluck that one, means that is artificial. Naturality is happening, means that is a natural method of vegetative propagation. That is by leaf, one method, that is by leaf. Any other? Yes. Any other? By root we can see. Can you give any example for root? Yes, sweet potatoes. One more example I will say student, that is a breadfruit. Do you know what is breadfruit? Yes, refer what we are saying in Kannada, that one. In breadfruit, I will say one incident. See, in our neighbor, we have the arecanut plantation. In our neighbor, they have the plantation, actually arecanut plantation. In that, they have one big breadfruit tree. Big, it is very big, very huge plant. It is very huge tree. It is, but we don't had any. We are not having any. That time we not had any such a breadfruit plant. Okay. After some time, unknowingly, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. Unknowingly, we got one new plant. I don't know how it is happen. Naturally, it is. Finally, I come to know that this is because of the vegetative propagation. That is because of the vegetative propagation by root. Okay, that breadfruit is very good example for the vegetative propagation by roots. Yes, we can get a number of dahlia, many examples we can get vegetative propagations. Yes, next one more, that is a vegetative propagation by stem, that is third one, by root, second one, third one by stem. Yes. Tell me example for the vegetative propagation by stem. We will get a number of examples. Rose plant, money plants, many examples we can get. Okay. Refer more and more example to this one. Okay. If it is a show flower, that is a hibiscus, many examples we can get from this. Okay. Now one more question I will say is to ask you student, whether vegetative propagation, it is possible, I am asking, vegetative propagation by flower or as vegetative propagation by seed. What you are saying? It is possible or not? No, because vegetative propagation means it is other than fruit or else other than seed or else other than flower. Flower is not going to develop into, and if it is going to develop into new organism or as new plant, means that is surely that is a type of sexual reproduction in plants. Okay. Next one more question student, tissue culture. Other than this, we are nowadays it is more familiar for everyone, that is tissue culture. Now tell me student, what is this tissue culture? Do you know any idea? Do you know anything about that tissue culture? We are getting different varieties of plants nowadays from the CPCRI and all. see, they are researching and they are giving a new variety with good quality, good yield they are giving. Such types of plants we are getting. That is actually they are cultivating by tissue culture. Now what is this tissue culture? See here, tissue culture means this is also a type of artificial vegetative propagation, but it is a scientific method. Actually this is a modern method of vegetative propagation, that is scientifically they are doing. Here what they are doing, we will discuss in small. This is a it is not there in textbook more, but I am saying little bit about this because this is a modern methods of vegetative propagation. Here what they are doing, they are removing the cells from the plants. If it is a banana plant, anything, coconut plant, anything, they are removing the cells or else a part, small part they are going to remove from that one, and they are cultivating that into in any petri dish or else china dish or else any small dishes in that. Actually it is there where we can't do at home. Actually in laboratory and all they are doing this one. What they are putting some chemical to that one to increase the cell division. After some time still cell divisions are occurring, number of cells are forming over there, tissues are forming over there. Next they are taking that one, they are putting once again into different chemicals for the development, further development. Finally it develop into a small plant and they will keep some time over there. After the development of leaves and all, they are selling that one, or else we can get in that is in market and all, we can take and we can plant that one, but we are getting good quality. They are controlling the character, good quality they are going to give by the genetic makeup and all they are doing in DNA and all. So what we are getting finally, we are getting good varieties of plants. Upon that, that is a hybrid methods. Okay, this is all about the tissue culture. Now we will discuss about the sexual reproduction. We completed about the asexual reproduction. Now tell me student, what is sexual reproduction? In first class itself we come to know sexual reproduction means there is a involvement of two individuals. Two organisms are responsible for this reproduction. So there should be a male and female organism. There should be a male and female organisms. Now what they are doing, that female and what is the necessary of these two organisms, different sex of that organism means that two organisms are going to produce gametes. Do you know what is gametes? See, gametes means actually organisms reproductive cells it is, or else sex cells we are saying. Gametes means that is a reproducing cells present in an organism. So it is different in male and it is different in female. Now the female gamete is called as ova or else egg cell. Write down that, ova or else egg cell. Ova or else egg cell. Okay. That is a female gamete it is. If it is a male gamete means they are calling it as a sperm. This is a female and this is a male. I will write like this, you know, no? Yes. See, this is a female and this is a male gamete. Sperm and ova. Yes. Now, we come to know that is what is gametes now. You can define the term gametes now. Now, do you know which type of cell it is, whether it is haploid or diploid cell? Yes, you have studied, I think. So, if you didn't, I will tell you a small idea about the gametes. See, gametes are actually haploid cell it is. Haploid cell. What is haploid? Haploid, just refer more about this haploid, okay. I will tell you about small thing. It has a 23 chromosome. It is producing during the meiosis cell division. We know that there are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Haploid cells are produced during meiosis cell divisions. Okay. So, it has how many chromosomes? 23 chromosomes. Okay, and these haploid cells, and each cells carrying only one type of each chromosomes. So you will study more about these cell divisions and all. You will study more and more in your higher classes. Okay, so gamete means what? It is a reproducing cell actually, or a sex cell it is. Upon that it has, or else gametes are haploid cell. Haploid means we are getting these cells during the meiosis cell division. Okay, so what happened? Meiosis means that are reduced the number of chromosomes in a parent's diploid cell by half, that you will study more about in your higher classes. So we studied this much in today's class, just will glance what we have studied in today's class. Okay. In last class we come to know that what is the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction. Upon that, the different types of asexual reproduction we have discussed. Till 4th we have discussed in last class, that is a fission. Upon that, budding, fragmentation and regeneration. In today's class we discussed about the spore formation method of asexual reproduction. Upon that, vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, there are natural and artificial. In artificial, cutting, layering and grafting. Upon that, vegetative propagation by leaves, by roots, by stem. It is not occur in flowers. Upon that, it not occur in the presence of seed, that is belongs to the sexual reproduction. Upon that, we have studied there is a modern method of vegetative propagation is called as tissue culture. Actually, that is the scientific methods of vegetative propagation, controlling by controlling they are doing this vegetative propagation. After that, we got the small introduction. We discussed the introduction to the sexual reproduction. There is a formation of gametes. There is a formation of both male and female gametes. Male means we are calling it as a sperm, as a gamete, that is a reproductive cell or a sex cell. Upon that, ova or else egg cell means that is a gamete of female gamete we are calling. Now write down the questions, today's question student. One more thing student, you have to write the notes along with the video. While watching the video, you have to give pause and you have to write the notes. All things whatever we are discussing, you have to keep writing. Upon that, write down in your point book, it is better. Okay, make a point book, in that you write down all the points what we are discussing in class. Okay, that is very very important. Sometimes they will ask for the exam that some questions like what is a tissue culture, which is the scientific methods of vegetative propagation, like that time you will come to know. Let's write down the questions. First question, give example for spore formation. Okay, any example you can take and you have to explain that method. Okay, explain that method. Second question, give example for each. First one, by leaf, vegetative propagation by leaf, vegetative propagation by roots, vegetative propagation by stem. Okay. Now one more question I will ask student, what is the advantages of vegetative propagation? Can you answer this question? What is the advantages? How? What is advantages? Is plant grow in lesser time, that is the advantages of vegetative. Variation of taste can be minimized. Variation in taste can be minimized. Vegetative propagation means what? The variation of taste, we will get the same taste. So that is the main advantages of vegetative propagation. Last question, explain about the tissue culture. You can explain by using your own words. Okay, what it means, what a tissue culture. Okay, thank you students.